It's the season for entertaining, and the best kind of entertainment is the kind you don't have to put too much effort into when you're cooking. I love that.
It's easy.
We're in the 207 kitchen at Omain Studios with Chef David Turin of David's Restaurants in Portland and David's 388 in South Portland. Thanks for hanging out with us.
It's my pleasure. So fun to be here.
So no bake key lime pie.
So you gotta melt this butter. That's the only thing, right? It takes like a minute. Otherwise, you're totally cold. And it takes you can make this pie in the morning. It's ready at night. No bake. Delicious. Super easy.
Okay, so we're starting with how much melted butter?
So this is, I don't know, you're going to quiz me on the quantities. I think it's a half a stick.
Think? Okay.
I think, but all the quantities are on your website and in mine too. All right, so there's two parts to this. You got a crust and you got a filling. So the crust is, you got to make it first, so obviously. So you got some graham cracker crumbs, some nutmeg, some cinnamon, and some powdered ginger. And basically, you can make this crust right in the springform pan, all right? So I got a 9-inch springform pan and a little bit of melted butter. And so this is some Katie's homemade butter, which I'm a big fan of.
Katie's butter is good. It's local.
It's local and it's really good, and it doesn't have all kinds of stuff added to it, which is, it's shocking the amount of stuff that's added to the food we eat all the time.
Yes.
All right, so making this crust is, it's a little tricky to get the crust to sort of stand up on the side of the springform pan. So this will take a minute. This is the hardest part of the recipe. So what I do is I just kind of go around the pan and just push it up the side and pinch it on, and the butter kind of grabs on, and it sort of forms in place. And some people like to take these and pop them in the oven, but what's our theme this time?
No bake.
Right, and you said easy entertaining, which, by the way, the easiest entertaining is to hire someone else like me to do it. I'm just saying, that's the easiest entertaining. The second easiest entertaining is to not have to do anything in the oven.
Yeah, nobody wants to use the oven when it's the
200 degrees in the summer, global warming. Anyway, so if you take this thing and pop it in the refrigerator, it'll sort of set up. I don't have the time to throw it in the refrigerator, so I'm just going to be really careful with the rest so I don't knock the crust down. So,
how long would you leave it in the fridge?
Like literally just enough for the butter to chill down so it sets it. So 10 minutes in your refrigerator, no big deal. All right. So I've got some cream that I've whipped, just plain heavy cream whipped. And to that, I've got, let's see, I don't want to put this crumb in there. We don't want that to pollute the inside. All right, so this is some sweetened condensed milk. All right, it's just right out of a can. I'm embarrassed to say, but I used to be a chef on a charter boat in the Virgin Islands. That was my first chef's job ever. And this
sounds tough.
It was actually the hardest job I've ever had, to be honest. It was so much work, but
I believe that.
Come on, living on a little boat, 3 meals a day. Well, the Virgin Islands part was very cool, but sweetened condensed milk is, when I was there, back in 1901, they didn't have fresh milk much, so sweetened condensed milk. All right, so you've got the cream, the sweetened condensed milk, some lime juice. So people like key lime pie, right?
Yes.
So if you happen to live in the Keys and you get key lime pie, you get key limes, which is great. We just have regular old limes, so this is a pretty good amount of lemon juice there. It's like a half a cup, I think, altogether.
Okay.
And then what I did is I zested this lime with my favorite new tool, which is the microplane. And you can see it just comes out like really beautiful and fluffy and light. Yeah, and unfortunately, I actually zested this a little while ago, so it kind of lost a little bit of its color.
But that's okay.
All right, but we're just going to put that in there. All right, and then there's a little dash of nutmeg and a little more cinnamon. Right? Okay, so you just mix this up.
So far, it's pretty simple.
Well, I would like to talk really slowly to take the rest of the time because
we
it's
still need
going
to
be
fill 5 minutes here, David.
It's going to be done, and then we can spend 5 minutes eating. All right, so ready? So just pour this in here.
This is so simple. I could do it.
Well, pretty much anybody could do this. So this is the sort of thing that your 7-year-old can do on Mother's Day for you. So I don't think you have a 7-year-old, so you can't do that on Mother's Day. But anyway,
but I could do it for my mother.
That's right. You did it for your mother. There we go. All right. So then this just goes in the refrigerator magically, and magically it comes out of the refrigerator looking like this. So I took a little bit more of that lime and I zested it on top of there.
Okay.
And it's done. So it sets. It takes like an hour in the refrigerator, and it sets up. And sometimes you get a key lime pie, and it's like rubber, because there's a lot of key lime pies that have gelatin in them, or they're baked with eggs, and they come out kind of like this very lead weight thing. So this is going to be you're just going to see, this is going to come out, and it's kind of very, very light. So we're just
This looks fantastic. Yeah, it looks very clean and...
All right, 50 Cent says I can't get it out of here without breaking it. But
listen, we don't normally eat on TV because it's not cute, but I have never in my life had key lime pie, David.
Is that true?
That is true. That's
so wait, this will be the best key lime pie you've ever had.
This will truly be.
All right, so I didn't make a recipe for this, but this is a cherry compote. So fresh cherries are in season, you know, summertime, fresh cherries. These are just right off the tree. And you put the cherries, you pit them. You gotta pit them. A little sugar, a little maple syrup, a little lemon juice, and I don't like it when it gets all thick and everything. You know, you just want that. And we are done. Oh, then I got this. This is a little whipped cream. This is so this is a pretty sweet thing. That sweetened condensed milk is pretty sweet. So this is unsweetened whipped cream. All right. So just whipped cream, just plain whipped cream. So you don't need it to be any sweeter. And I'm thinking right there, if you eat that, you're going to tell me that this is the best key lime pie you've ever had in your life.
As always, recipe on the 207 section of our website, and
ask her how it is while her mouth is full. It's good.
No, that is really good. You should definitely go find the recipe. David Turin, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
207 will be right back.
Awesome.